Hello, Fab Mom. Hello, 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 hello. Glorious. Hello, hello.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send the blood, gonna drown them out.
Yes. I am great, I am true, I am who I'm called to be. This is me.
Look out,
So here I come
and I'm marching on
to the beat I drum.
I'm
Not scared to be seen. I make no
apology.
Hi, Tayo. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, Raliat. Hi, Odion.
Another round,
Woo!
it's my spirit.
Hey.
Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the chance in.
Hello, everyone. You're welcome to Momversations. Hi, Raliat. I hope. Can you just kindly make a request to join? Woo! Hey, 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 hey. I am brave. I am true. I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. 'Cause here I come. Hi, 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 Funmi. How you doing? I make no apologies. This is me. Okay, so let me request for you to come, Raliat. Okay. So I've sent you a request, Raliat. Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to Momversations. This is me. Hi, Raliat. I've sent you an invite. Hi, Tayo. Hi, 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 official Bims. Everybody, you're welcome to Momversations, episode 7. Episode 7. Last week, I actually made an error. I said it was episode 5. No, it was episode 6 last week. This is episode 7, and we are so excited. You're all welcome to Momversations. Our focus here is to help families flourish. Yes, that's our aim. Our aim is to inspire, to encourage, to motivate, and to let you know that we care and that you're not alone on this journey of building a wholesome family and in turn building a wholesome society. And how do we do that? By sharing people's story. People come on here and they come and tell us their own story and we glean one or two things from it. You're all welcome to Momversations. My name is Olufumilayo Alero Gombe, aka Ayamalam, aka the ChiefNanny of the event nanny. You are welcome. So Raliat, you might need to log out and log in again and then make a request. I already requested for you to come on, but I don't know if you saw it. Maybe I should send another request again. So here we have we're gonna be gisting with Raliat Oyetunde, who is a parent to Queen Nabila, and Queen Nabila is a beautiful lady who has cerebral palsy. Hi, Serafina. Hi, Nalon Online. Hi, Auntie Scholes. Hi, Trice World Star. You're all welcome to Momversations. We're waiting for Raliat to come on. I've sent you an invite, Raliat. Hi, Olive Concepts. You're all welcome to Momversations. Hi, Denise. Hi, 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 hi. You're all welcome. You're all welcome to Momversations. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're waiting for Raliat, another warrior mom who wants to share her story of her beautiful Queen Nabila, her daughter, her 12-year-old daughter, who is living with cerebral palsy. Oh, I am very well, thank you. Excellent. Excellent. Yes, so I'm going live. Inshallah, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you too? Hi, Zainab. Hi, Olive Concepts. Hello. Ah, Raliat, you declined, oh. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hi, Raliat, you declined. You declined. Can you please request again? We're also looking forward to it, so we're also looking forward. Hi, Zainab Akade. How you doing? How you all doing? How you all doing? Raliat, please, you need to come back on, sis. Let me send you another. Da 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 da. I know this thing can be a bit. Thank you, Olive Concepts. Thank you. Hi, Miss Shapi. Thank you for joining Momversations, everyone. Okay. Alrighty. So Ralia, just it's trying to connect. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing? So
Interesting.
finally we get a hang of it, right?
Oh, you can say that again. It's
You're
nice.
looking beautiful this evening. How are you?
Thank you. I'm very well. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on Momversations episode 7. And I love our topic, Nabila, our
Queen.
queen, Nabila,
Queen
Nabila,
herself.
our cerebral palsy queen.
Queen.
You know, yes, she indeed is a queen, and we're happy to have you. A lot of people are here, and they're excited to hear your story. And like I
Okay.
told you, it's going to inspire, it's going to encourage, because that's one of the aims of Momversations. Our aim basically is just to help families flourish through real life stories, you know, stories like yours. And I'm sure a lot of parents and a lot of family members who have maybe persons living with cerebral palsy will definitely be encouraged. They'll be inspired. Those who need clarity will get clarity. Those who need peace of mind will get peace of mind. You know, I was telling you, as somebody saw your picture, the picture I shared of you and Nabila, and she said all she saw was peace, and she saw
Yes.
shared happiness. You understand? And so that same peace that you share with Nabila today, I pray that everyone who's logged on today will also share the same peace.
Amen.
That's my concept.
Amen.
So
Amen.
everyone, you're all welcome again to Momversations. God bless you for joining. Thank you. My name is Funmi Gombe. Again, for those who had not joined online earlier, my name is Funmi Gombe, and I am the chief nanny of the Event Nanny. And Event Nanny, really what we do at Event Nanny is to provide childcare at events. However, temporarily, because we love our children
COVID.
so much, we don't want to expose them unnecessarily due to the pandemic. So we said, you know what, let us also speak to parents, you know, through Momversations, especially mothers, but fathers as well, you know. And our aim, as I said, at Momversations is just to help families flourish through real life story. So before I go ahead, let me quickly introduce this beautiful woman here. So Raliat, Mrs. Oyetunde Raliat is the CEO lead consultant at Princealt Global Consulting Limited, where she has the responsibility for the strategic and tactical decisions for the development and growth of the small and medium scale consulting business. She also provides leadership to the capacity building arm of the company and is the chief liaison officer with the government agencies and major financial institutions in the company portfolio, and the convener of Woman More Powered by Princealt Global. With over 18 years direct experience in banking, Raliat has held a wide range of financial services and has served in various roles, including public sector management, retail and commercial banking, via branch management, and large corporate. She was a key resource in the smooth transition and merger of Oceanic Bank and Echo Bank Nigeria Limited in 2011. In fact, your bio is very long, though. I'm going to just abbreviate a little bit, you know.
Shorten it.
She's also a pioneer judge on Africa's Young Entrepreneurs Show for SMEs. Raliat's areas of expertise include investment banking, marketing strategy, credit and marketing business development, sales, change management, risk management, and motivational speaking. But the one that really I love about Raliat is the fact that she is passionate about disability matters, and Raliat is the chairperson of the CP Center. That's the Cerebral Palsy Center. You know, she's a chairperson Center's board of trustees and a mother to a child with hypotonic cerebral palsy. So you're welcome again, Raliat.
Thank you. And a
Please
quick
tell
point
us.
of correction. That
Okay.
bio, the profile you just read is old before they sacked me. I'm the head of SME, Sun Trust Bank.
You see now.
So I no longer run
So she's
principals.
the current head of SME,
SME,
small,
Sun
medium,
Trust
and what do you call it?
Enterprises,
An
small and
enterprise
medium enterprises,
at
Sun
SunTrust
Trust
Bank.
Bank.
Absolutely. And congratulations, because you just took on that role just in June here, right?
Yes. Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank
So
you.
tell us, Raliat, what is it that people don't know apart from all these beautiful things that I have read about you?
Okay. Thank you for having me. And when I look back to how we met in 2018, you will know that I'm very passionate and very blunt. I love
Absolutely.
people. I love people. Most importantly, I love supporting and empowering women. I just feel that every woman must be comfortable to hold their own amongst men. I want to be given an opportunity, equal opportunity. I don't want women to think that because they are women, they should be favored. So I like beauty and brain. I like people to stand, and when you speak, everybody will look up and say, wow, who is that? I like women that are very confident. I like women that are achievers. I like women that when you are reading their citation or their bio, they're actually finding themselves say, keep it on. Yes,
Keep it
I
up.
did that, and I deserve that pat on the back. So I'm a passionate woman. I'm a go-getter. I'm happy. I'm content, and I love feeding people. Feeding
Awesome.
people.
Awesome.
That's it.
Awesome. I know you are very happy and I know you are content. Even from just my conversations with you, I could tell. So straight to the point, Queen Nabila. Can you tell us about Queen Nabila? The story around her birth, around the diagnosis of her being cerebral palsy,
Okay.
around, everything. Just tell us about Queen Nabila, please.
Okay. My queen Nabila. Nabila has several names. Several people refer to Nabila differently. But Nabila was named Sultana Nabila Aduke when she was born.
I
But
should
we
have
call
played
her
how. Oh my days.
Dukeke. When you tell Nabila Dukeke, she will dance. So Nabila is a 12-year-old fantastic queen. Nabila's journey started November 2007, after a long labor, practically about 24 hours labor. Labor that I went through lying on my back throughout.
Oh wow.
Lying on my back throughout. Her pregnancy was interesting because her pregnancy came into being less than a year after my first child, after several miscarriages. So my queen Nabila, first of all, Queen Sultana is queen. Nabila means highborn. So she's from
It means
royalty, front and back. It means highborn lady. Nabila
okay.
means a highborn lady. So Nabila
Okay.
is royalty back and front.
Okay.
So her pregnancy was interesting because it came shortly when her senior sister was less than a year old, after several miscarriages and 7 years of no live birth, but several miscarriages. So when I discovered I was pregnant with Nabila, because I had incompetent service, that is after diagnosing and solving PCOS, that is polycystic ovarian syndrome. It
Syndrome.
was sorted out. Apparently, that was what was causing the infertility that I didn't know.
Okay.
So it was sorted out. Then they discovered that, oh, due to those several miscarriages, or what was causing the several miscarriages, was my incompetent service. Incompetent service is when the neck of the womb slackens as the baby age, as the fetus grows. So from
Rose.
8 weeks of pregnancy, the cervix will be opening small, small, small until the sac can drop. Then they have miscarriage, and miscarriages usually take place within 9 to 12 weeks.
Okay.
So I remember going for Nabila's. So every time I'm pregnant, the doctor will have to put a stitch in place to sort of hold the womb, the neck of the womb together. So I remember doing that. I had done it for the first child, and it went very well. But I remember Nabila's own. I did the first one. Then when I went back a week after, the gynae said, "Oh, Raliat, the neck of the womb is still a bit slack. We need to put another one in. That was the first unusual thing about her pregnancy. So they did put the second one in.
Okay.
But at 7 months, pregnancy was uneventful from month 3 to 7 months. From the 7th month, I had a long trip to America and I landed bleeding. I was put on bed rest, and after a week, I was good to go. Then I returned home and I went back to work. But I felt, there are some things that happen to you spiritually when you're inclined, you will know. I knew Nabila was staying too long in the tummy. And the doctor kept saying, you are just 38, 39. So I remember at 39 weeks, I said, doctor, induce. It's time to bring this baby out. So truly, after removing the suture, he induced. Despite the induction, the labor went on for 24 hours. I had Nabila 3.9, Abga 9.5. Perfect. Abga is the score they give a baby at birth. It's called Abga. So when a baby cries, immediately a baby comes and shouts. The Abga is usually higher. The strength of the shout or the cry of the baby is what determines, and the raising of the leg and everything. Nabila came, cried feebly. She was fine. But within 1 week, Nabila had upper respiratory infection. So we went back to the hospital and we discovered that she had an infection and she was given antibiotics. But on getting home, I noticed that as you give her the antibiotics, it comes right down. She was very pale and very quiet. We used to call her a very quiet child. So every time we go for immunization or any check, I will complain to the pediatrician. The pediatrician will say, all babies are not the same. All babies are not the same. All babies are not the same. And I said, okay. We went on, but a mother will always have an instinct when something is wrong.
Absolutely.
When something is wrong. So by the time Nabila was 5, 6, 7 months, I invited the matron from the hospital. I said, please, come to the house over the weekend and just check on these girls. Now, remember, Nabila has a senior sister. So I remember that Sunday, the matron coming in and said, oh, Haja, Nabila doesn't have stepping. Now, stepping is when you carry a baby up and the baby is trying to step. Raising, is a natural thing that comes with babies. Nabila didn't have it. Nabila was floppy. So the following day, we went to the hospital. Now, because I know my strength and I know my weaknesses, I'm one that love my sleep in the night. So I have a nanny per child. I had a nanny for Nabila's senior sister and I had a nanny for Nabila. So I asked the nanny to come with the baby to the hospital while I went to work. I was still working in, I think then it was BAM PHP. My office was in VI. Our hospital was in Lekki 1. We're living in Lekki 1. So went to the hospital. I took permission from the office and we went. And they invited another pediatrician. And they say, you see, she's floppy. Nigerian medical diagnosis, Nigerian medical system can kill you before your death comes if you are not smart. So from the body language of the pediatricians, I knew all was not normal. I knew perfectly well it was not normal. So when there was a male pediatrician and a female pediatrician, the female pediatrician of blessed memory, may God rest her soul and forgive her sins. If she had listened to me from month 3, we probably wouldn't have been where we are, but that's how it was meant to be. So both of them said, you see, she has what we call hypotonia, ataxia. They were using words that I said, summarize all these things. What does it mean? In plain English that I understand. And they said they suspect cerebral palsy. I said, so what does it mean? They said, oh, for life, she might not walk, she might not talk, she could do this. I could see they were trying to manage me. And because it's the same hospital I had the first one, that's perfectly normal. The same hospital that I had the last child after Nabila, perfectly normal. So I left the hospital. I sent the nanny home. And on my way going back to work, thank God for cell phone. Thank God for the ability to do research. I went through, I got a hang of it. Then I called my brother-in-law, who was CMD, and I said, Prof, this and this is what they say. What do you think it is? So he said, oh, if this is what they say, this is the same prof. While they were in Lagos, letting me have miscarriages without knowing that the neck of my womb was wide.
Was
This
why.
this is the same brother-in-law that said, go back to that hospital, tell them to do a scan, and tell them to give me the size of the neck of your womb. So if he didn't say, do this, I'm sure God knows. Anyway, I called him again. I said, Prof, this and this. He said, wow, if this is what they say, what are the symptoms? I told him, he said, it's likely to be cerebral palsy, but let's look at it. I couldn't cry. I was just doing research. It didn't sound normal. So I got to the office and I met my boss, who happened to be Nabila's godmother and my besto. So I said,
Oh, awesome.
Mom Mary, this is what they said. This is what she said. Because I had Nabila in November. We're both pregnant around the same time. So I had Nabila in November. She had her baby in February. So we're looking at both kids' milestone. The other baby was doing very well. Nabila was delayed. So Nabila had someone who could match her with. So that was what made me to know that all was not well.
Well.
So she said, oh yeah, let's Google it now. At that point, I broke down. I said, wow, what's this? By the time I read it, I said, how am I expected to cope? What is this? After waiting for a baby, and now have one.
All those
God, you shouldn't even have given me any child. You should have just given me one and let me know I have one. So I cried. The first 2 hours I cried. She allowed me to cry. I cried. But you see, my kind of person, my friends will tell you, I'm one of those very rare women that I'm not afraid to fall down. As I fall, I stand up and dust myself. As often as I fall down, as often as I stand up and dust myself. Because I believe that falling down is God's way of telling me, re-strategize, young woman, you've not done well. So most often than not, when I fail, I look back and I say, Belerali, Kushe, Oti try. I actually press myself.
You encourage yourself. You put your.
I encourage myself. I press myself. Sometimes I look and I'm like, God, yeah Allah, where did you give me where is the strength coming from? So before the end of that day, you will not believe it. I got onto the system, got a confirmed appointment from the best pediatrician you had in American hospital in Dubai for 2 weeks from then. I just went head on. Now, again, thank God for the ability to afford it. Financial freedom, financial comfort. It's what every woman should invest in. If it means frying akara, if it means selling bread, if it means retailing water, you must have 1 naira to your name. Because at that point when that decision needs to be taken, you wouldn't know if the man has money or not. There is no law that says the head of the family should always have money 100%. It's not possible. So you must support and prepare to assist. So by the time I got home, by the time the father came, I was merely relaying to him what has been said. And because we're not on the same page, he didn't understand. All I wanted was, Oga, I need permission to fall out in 2 weeks' time. Myself, my first daughter, my nanny, and Nabila. We are going to Dubai. This thing called cerebral palsy. I'm going to find what is the solution and how it's done. That's all I needed. And I got that. So I went back to work. And I told my madam, I need to travel. And she said, please take as long as and as much time as you need. And I went to
Very
Dubai.
interesting that that your office supported you and gave you, because not everyone has that.
Now, you see, I tell people, wherever you find yourself, whatever work or job you are doing, give it your best shot. Because you just don't know where you will need them to support you. And because
Absolutely.
I have always been a passionate worker. You see, I tell people there are things I decided when I joined banking. I said I wasn't going to be crazy about designer outfits. I wasn't going to be crazy about designer bags. But I was going to live within 10 minutes of my office and my home. I wasn't going to be stuck in traffic. I wasn't going to do it. I was going to just live by the basic things, invest in my 21 karat gold so that when I need money, I'll fling it. I wasn't investing in properties. I wasn't investing in shares. If I had extra money, I'll buy 21 karat gold. Tomorrow when I'm broke, I'll go and sell it and meet my needs. So I was very focused. I knew where I was coming from. One Ilori girl coming to Lagos. my goal was clear till today. So because I was a very hard worker, I could sell ice to the ice chemo. You give me my target, I will bust it. So whenever I ask for permission from work, my supervisors know
They're
that
willing to
I
give
am
it
a
to you
good
because,
worker.
yeah, yeah.
And I have always worked with women, and the women have always supported me. I must tell you that. I am one of
Awesome.
those women from the beginning of my banking career till
Awesome.
today as we speak.
Awesome.
Women have always been my bosses, and they support me. And that is because I am willing to serve. You must be willing to serve. So back to Nabila. We went to Dubai.
Yeah.
We did all the tests. And I remember the Dr. Shalidin said, it's cerebral palsy, but all her tests are fine. But she was underweight. Nabila was grossly underweight, and we needed to build her weight. So they gave us the supplements. We stayed another 1 week in Dubai. All in all, we enjoyed 2 weeks plus holiday. We came back. I wasn't satisfied. Every time I see Nabila, I felt I have not done what I should do. We packed our bags again to the UK, to America, landed in UK again. And that is where we got to know that by this time, Nabila had clocked 1 year. That Nabila need to be in school. Nabila need to have physiotherapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, name all the therapy. We needed to have the therapy. So we came. The first major hurdle was, how do we get Nabila into a school? You will agree with me that our school system does not take care of the special needs.
Yeah.
So I reached out to an educationist, Auntie Gloria Rhodes. That's my educational
Oh,
consultant. I said, Auntie, so here is Nabila. Auntie Gloria Rhodes is a family friend, and they know Nabila's story. What do? We went to a lady called Asma Boy. She's relocated to Kaduna now. She had a Montessori school called HMS in Lekki Phase 1. She took Nabila because she was having a few special needs kids. So Nabila was there for a year. So it gave me a bit of respite to be able to engage Nabila with other children. So it developed her social skills. From there, Asma relocated. We moved out to, I think, Casa de Bambini for a year. And from there, Auntie Gloria Rhodes again directed us to the learning place. And in the learning place, I must say, thank you, Mrs. Adewale. Thank you, Mrs. Adebomeyi. Miss Adewale saw me and Nabila. We went. I had just had Nabila's younger sister. By this time, Nabila was already 2 years. So I just had Nabila's sister. Nabila's sister was less than a year. And we got there. And they said, no, sorry, we are closed for admission. There is no space. I said, okay, can I see the proprietress? Oh, she's on her way out. And Nabila and I were seated by the reception. Either myself, I can't remember what I was. Anyway, Mr. Adewale agreed to see Nabila and myself. And she fell in love with Nabila immediately and said, wow, I usually don't take kids that are not mobile. So let's see how it goes. This was around maybe May. Let's see how it goes by September. I knew Nabila couldn't work by September. So I told Mr. Adewale, I said, can we have a bargain? Nabila has a younger sister that is turning 1 in July. Once she works, can you take Nabila's sister and take Nabila? Let me know that my things are in one place. And she said, fine. So I went back home. Nabila's sister, we'll give her work. We'll give her a worker. So Aziza started working at nine months with bow leg, because I know that Aziza's working is what will land Nabila in a mainstream, in an inclusive school. So Nabila and Aziza resumed at the learning place. And that is the beginning of the beautiful journey for Nabila towards independence.
awesome.
But you see, for every mother, every time I go for maybe a Christmas carol, a Mother's Day, a Father's Day, name it, any event they have in school, and I go, I will cry. I will cry. I'll be like, God. Sometimes I won't be able to talk. Mr. Adewale will pat me and say, it's okay, Nabila's mommy. You know, I was comfortable at home. But when it's in a gathering and I see other kids and among her peers and I see her crawl, I will cry. Until I was able to build that acceptance confidence that, okay, you know what? You've got this. You've got this. You got to do the best out of it. So I started using Nabila to do shakara. So when you invite my other kids for party, I'll tell you that we are three. The three of them can't come. And nobody else will go. So family and friends that know how it was, they will invite us. And when they say all the children below the age of whatever come out, I'll go out with Nabila and I'll hold her waist, and she too, she will dance.
Very good.
And whenever we need to go out, she has a walker. The nanny won't push her, the driver won't push her, nobody will push her. I will push her. So when you look at me, I'll stare you right in the eye. And Nabila is looking at.
Oh.
When you're looking at Nabila, she's, why are you looking at me? What's that? You know? So, because Nabila saw the way I was with her. When you come to my house, when you visit us, and you greet, Nabila will come down. Hello, my name is Nabila. How are you? So before the others come, so you can't know me or know my family and not know Nabila. In fact, Nabila will be the first person to ask you. That is like a Mommy Mary calling or Auntie Lizzie calling. They'll say, oh, she knows everybody's name. And Nabila is very sensitive.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Your network is shaking, oh, Mrs. Oyetunde.
Oh,
Okay.
I can see. Can you see me
It's
now?
better
But
now.
I can't see you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. So Nabila went to the learning place, and the learning place had a center. So when Nabila finishes from the normal school, inclusive school, she goes to the center where she takes her therapy. Are we on?
Yes.
Okay.
You
So where
said
she
because
takes
she
her
goes,
therapy.
she's at the learning center. She goes for her therapy, right?
After school, after normal school of
After
8
school,
a.m.
yeah.
to 12 noon, she goes to the center where she does her
Okay.
therapy.
Okay.
So she comes home, she's treated all. It was fantastic arrangement for me. But you see, as Aziza
Is it
was
my
growing
network?
older, is your network. Event Nanny is your network.
My network, right?
Is your network.
Okay. Okay. Continue. They say they can hear you, so continue. But I can hear you, and I have to be able to hear you to be able to. We can't
Oh,
see you, ChiefNanny. Seriously.
I can't even
Ah.
see you.
Can you see me?
We can't see you. I can't see
Ah.
you.
What's that?
I can't see
I can see
you.
you.
Can you see me?
I can see you very well. I can
But I
see
can't
you.
see
It's
you.
just breaking up. Pardon?
I can't see you, but I can hear you.
Oh my days. It's from
Okay, let me
ChiefNanny.
see my.
Hey, this network. You won't disgrace me today. Okay, can you, Mrs. Oye, today? I can hear you.
Can you hear me still?
I can hear you. Please change
But I
your
can't
network.
see
I
you.
yeah,
I've
now hold
just
on.
changed my network. I've just changed it back to Wi-Fi. I was on my data.
Oh my days. People say they can't see me. Oh.
I
Okay,
can't
just
see
give me.
you.
All right, give me 1 second, please.
Sure,
Let me just
sure.
change to.
I can see you. to join her senior sister in another primary school. So we moved Aziza and left Nabila. Now it was a good thing we moved Aziza away, because Nabila was, was growing in the shadow of her younger sister.
Oh, younger sister.
So now immediately we moved Aziza and left Nabila. Nabila became sharper and more mouthy. And because I was always reading, and that's taken away from the fact, remember I said a woman must be financially strong, and also it's good to have support system.
Yeah.
Apart from the family support system, Nabila's godmother, god aunties, everybody comes along. The moment I say, we need to go and do Nabila's splint in London, and that was done once in 6 months, from age 18 months until Nabila clocked 10. We're taking Nabila to the UK once in 6 months. And somebody is always there to pay the money. The moment I said, I need to take Nabila and I don't have, the moment I just do face like this, somebody says, hey, don't talk like that, please come and take Nabila. You cannot do that to Nabila. So that's what I call her, my lucky charm. In fact, we have our auntie, Mrs. Ajayi, because Nabila, because Nabila, and she will laugh, but she brings luck. So we're taking Nabila to the UK every 6 months because she was growing tall and we needed to continue to change her splints.
Braces,
because when
right?
we went for her, it wasn't braces. She's not using braces. She's using a splint that enables her to wear shoe and stand straight. If we had kept Nabila in braces, her legs would have wasted away and she would never have been able to walk.
Okay.
So it has to be a splint. It's called AOF, ankle orthotic foot orthotic. Something for ankle, is a splint, is like an arm. It holds her and it fits into a shoe and she stands straight and can walk.
Okay.
So from there, therapy. They told us, Yibo people, they can pamper people. You do therapy for 30 minutes, 3 times a week. I said, 3 times a week. Okay. Nabila does therapy 6 days a week. The only day she rests is Sunday. Speech, the same thing. So when people, anytime we go for a review, they say, oh, what are you doing? She's doing well. She's holding on to the wall. I said, love and therapy. So we were treating Nabila normal. There was nothing different about Nabila. You need to move. You cannot walk. Please crawl and get what you want. So by the age of 18 months, Nabila was toilet trained. Nabila wasn't treated any special. If you want to use cutlery to eat your food, it's your business. If you want to use hand to eat your food, it's your business. As long as you eat that food, easy. When Nabila finished eating at the age of 10, when she finishes eating, her nanny holds her and take her to the kitchen. Stand on top of a stool in the kitchen, on the sink. How you want to wash that plate? Please, you will rinse it and move.
Awesome.
Because
so you're raising to be as independent as possible.
And also not to dwell that I have CP, so I can't do certain things. No, it doesn't happen. So Nabila did that and finished her primary school at the learning place. So by the time Nabila was 11, Nabila was getting ready for secondary school. And we were stuck. She had outgrown the learning place. I said, okay, let's take her abroad. But when we look at all the child abuse and so on, Daddy said, no, this girl can't leave. She needs to be here to thrive in love. And Patrick, you see, I'm mentioning certain people's name because for people to understand the importance of knowledge, research, and support. We reached out because we're looking for a good boarding school and support. We're looking for a boarding school for Nabila. Her senior sister had left home and we wanted her to leave home. A psychologist had told us that don't take Nabila to a boarding facility before any of her siblings. If not, she will feel that you've abandoned her somewhere. So my first daughter had gone to secondary school. So we told her, Nabila, is your turn. And it is still her turn. She's the next person. So she has between 2020 and 2021 to go to boarding house, whichever way she wants to do it. So we landed in Patrick's speech, Mrs. Sakonde. Nabila's mommy, I said, we are here. We are looking for a boarding school for Nabila. I said, you've not heard of Anto's house. They are just opening, Kitty, my husband and I ran from Ikeja to Anto's house. Anto's house is operated by Green Springs.
Wow.
headed by a Canadian woman. We got there, exactly what we were looking for Nabila. A
Wow.
school, a handcraft, they have a kitchen, an enabling environment that will help her.
Mm.
So we got into Antos, and they said Nabila should come for interview. And unfortunately, the day she was to come for interview, I had an engagement on the mainland. So it was left for Big Daddy to take Nabila. So they took her there.
Nabila.
Yes, so Daddy took her there, and he said when she was leaving, Nabila said, "You are leaving me?" He said for the first time he wanted to cry. That, hey,
Cry.
I'm leaving this girl. Said, "Hey, you are leaving me." I said, "Leave her." But you see, Nabila has always had a shadow. That's the point I forgot to make. For
Okay.
Nabila to go to school, she has a shadow. Nabila has had one shadow since she was 18 months till today. Miss Gloria, I'm sure she's here.
Miss Gloria
Fantastic
Rhodes,
river.
right?
No. Gloria Rhodes Nash is our educational consultant. Gloria Jaja is her shadow. Gloria Jaja works for Literacy
She's
Foundation.
just giving you a thumbs up now.
That's Gloria shadow. So she's like, if you see, you need someone that will help her sit in class, that will help her concentrate. So that is her shadow, means a replica of Nabila that guides Nabila. So
Okay.
they
So
left
sorry, can
Nabila
I
and her
ask
shadow.
when
Sure.
she needs to have a shadow, is that like part of the treatments? Is that part of the management? You know?
It's part of the child can't do things on her own, and for
Yeah.
her to fit into school where other kids are, she needs help. And
Okay.
I can't be there to
Agreed.
help me. I think that so the shadows,
Okay. Okay.
she's an educational shadow. So when you give Nabila
Shadow.
a task in class, because she has been trained, she will guide Nabila to do it. Now, kids with special needs have very short attention span. So you need someone that will constantly redirect her to fit in. Anyway, that's how Nabila landed in Anto's house. Before Nabila landed in Anto's house from the learning place, she had started using the arm crutches. And one of those days I can't forget. This happened about 3 years ago. Usually I drop Nabila and I go to work. So I dropped her. Nabila got down from the car, backed her knapsack and carried her two arm crutches and waved bye-bye and walked into the gate of the learning place. My Lord. I look and I said, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, this girl entered school on her own.
Our
You
own.
know, for me, that was when I knew that, yes, if it takes 10 years, Nabila is going to work. And I will tell you gladly that Nabila has just done a year in Anto's house. Today, Nabila goes to school by school bus. The shadow meets Nabila in school.
Wow.
The bus comes at 6:30. Nabila carries her bag, carries her crutches, enters the bus, strap her seat belt, and tell everybody bye-bye, and carries her sanitizer. Pre-COVID. And when Nabila gets to school, the shadow is waiting there for her, and they
For
bring her
her.
down. And the bus also brings her back. So we are getting
Wow.
to that independence level.
Stage. Absolutely. 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 Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
So
You can see all the everything is going wow, and they're telling you well done. You truly are a strong woman indeed. Well done. I mean,
thank you.
if we want to go on and on about Nabila,
We could go
we will
on
not
and
leave here
on.
today.
We won't.
We will not leave here. So before we go on, you see, like when I was having my discussions with you, I said, you know what, that we thank God you're privileged, and that's the honest God truth. Now
That's the truth.
I also want us to speak to perhaps people who have children or who have dependents living with cerebral palsy and maybe cannot afford like the trips to the Europe or the trips to America and things. Do we have help, some kind of help here? You understand that okay, like I was telling you that I know of a family, and personally I feel that now this is you, because you made up your mind that you know what, this child you've accepted. You said something about acceptance confidence or something like that, that you have to build acceptance confidence, you
Yes.
understand, which is very
which helped you. I mean, it helped your mental strength. You know, so it made you determined that, you know what, whatever it gives, this child, you're going to be independent. You're going to do everything that you should do. You understand, regardless of the condition you have. However, maybe some women are not as strong as you are. Some women do not have the wherewithal that you have been privileged to have. You understand? And I was happy when, you know, I didn't know that there was a cerebral palsy center at Surulere until you mentioned it. I said, oh, awesome. I don't know how many people know that we have that center at Surulere. So I want to ask you, now, that center at Surulere, I hope, can it accommodate anybody? I know there probably has to be a fee that has to be paid, but, you know, I just want, you know, I want to speak to parents or people who have, you know, dependents with cerebral palsy and perhaps are not as strong as you, but they will need that extra help. They need that support. If it is to take that child there, you understand, and then they can go to work, you know, and then come back and pick up the child, or if they have to leave the child there for a while and then they do visits. Please, can you tell us about the cerebral palsy at Surulere?
Okay, I'm going to address your question from 3 angles. The first thing is, you have this child. As a mother, whether mother or father or whoever you are, knowledge is key. Do research and know as much as you can. Cerebral palsy is not a it's not a death sentence. It's not a degenerating disease or need. It's not like others that you get worse. You actually get better if you do therapy. So people should do research, knowledge. Now, to be financially independent, you can even look at YouTube and learn therapies. If you don't have money, you can do therapies at home. I used to go to the UK and I will record Nabila's physiotherapy. I'll come home. When I couldn't afford the 6 days a week, I'll come home myself and my nannies. I'll do one day, my nanny will do another day. So you don't need to have money. As long as you can do social media, you can watch on YouTube how to apply therapy. So people should channel their resources to where it will pay them. That is 1. 2, I'm very lucky, extremely lucky, and I am grateful to God. I'm grateful, and I also ask for help. Most people are ashamed to ask for help. Most people hide their special needs child. Please don't hide your challenge. Don't hide your problem, because you don't know who will help you. Ask for help. Don't be ashamed. What will you get? What will you get is either yes or no. And the no does not kill people. 1 yes will come. Now to cerebral.
Good.
CPC in Surulere. Okay, I can hear you perfectly well. CPC in Surulere is an NGO, is a non-paying center for cerebral palsy. We take children below the age of 8 years old. It's not paying. We take children below the age of 8 years old. Now, we don't take kids from outside Lagos. And kids that are here, we encourage parents, especially mothers, to bring the children in to be able to assess the therapy and pick the kids up in the evening. Because kids with special needs, they thrive where love exists. They thrive within the family setting. They thrive within the family setting. So you can't just carry that child and abandon that child in CPC. However, if where you live is far and you can't commute every day, you can bring in the child on Monday and come pick the child on Friday evening.
Awesome.
And it's cerebral palsy categories and the severe cases. So the kids we take in cerebral palsy are the severe cases that parents can't handle. So the severe cases of cerebral palsy are those that the kids have seizure, the kids can't talk, the kids can't move, the kids are not toilet trained, and you know the parents don't know how to deal with it, or they don't even have the hygiene to deal with it. We take such kids. But as long as your child is mobile, as in can crawl, can make signs, and is manageable, we encourage parents to do that. And the center we have in Bode Thomas, because it's a duplex, we have outgrown the place. So we are currently building the permanent site somewhere in Lakwe. And if you check my handle, we actually launched during my last birthday, February 24. I said, don't give me gift, don't give me cake. Please donate towards the Cerebral Palsy Center building, even if it's 1,000 naira. Because we want to build a
Awesome.
bigger space that we can accommodate as much as 1,000 kids. We got the land. So the CP Center is there. You can go in for consultation. Nonya will be happy to consult with you. She will advise you. You will get therapy. You could volunteer. Sometimes we need volunteers. So you can reach CP Center at, now don't ask me the number because I don't know the number, but it's
They're
opposite
actually online. They
Diamond
are
Bank.
actually online because
They're online.
I checked them out. They're online. I saw the groundbreaking
Ceremony.
pictures that you guys did. Yes, and you guys are doing an awesome job. Now the time is 7:51, and I don't want Instagram
We have to go.
to log us off. No, I think we're going to come back. We're going to come back. We're going to come back. So I'm going to quickly go off now and save this. I'll just post it immediately. I won't put any whatever. Later I'll edit, so that I can now come back on and then we'll give our last words because there are one or two other things we still need to talk about. You know that we haven't. Yeah, do we not
I
have support?
know.
You need to ask, So let me quickly, please, guys, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Come back in 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Let me just post this and then we'll come back.
Okay.
We'll come back now, please. We'll come back now. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.